Hi everyone, in this video we're going to learn how to use Netflix. Netflix is a subscription-based streaming service, which essentially means that you can use Netflix to watch TV shows and movies on an internet-connected device for a certain monthly fee. Similar platforms include Disney+, HBO Max, Amazon Prime Video, and Apple TV. The reason we chose Netflix for this video is simply because it's the most popular platform out there and a wide variety of content that will be interesting to a large audience. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is create an account. Let's start by going to Netflix. We're just going to search for that in the search bar, and that should take us to the right place. And you have the option to sign in here if you already have an account, but we're going to go ahead and create one from scratch. So I'm just going to put in my email address in here and click on Get Started. And then now you just have to follow the steps that they show you on the screen. So we're just going to ask you for some information, setting up a password, that sort of thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new password here. And you can select if you want Netflix to send you promotion emails or not. I'm gonna ask them not to send me those. And then click on Next. The second step is to choose your plan. So I'm just gonna click on Next again. So as you can see, there's quite a few options here. The basic and the standard plans are the more popular options. I'm just gonna go with the basic one for now, but you can choose a plan based on your needs. And click on Next. Then it's going to ask you for your payment information. So I'm going to skip this part of the video. I'll just show you what the form looks like, and then we'll skip ahead to what it looks like after you've done the payment. So yeah, really standard. It's just going to ask you for your name and your card details, and then you can click on Start Membership. So I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. I've put in the payment details and my phone number for password recovery. So that was step 3 and 4. And now step 5 is selecting the devices you want to be watching Netflix on. I'm going to select computer for now. You can obviously select multiple options. And then once you're ready, you can click on Next. And then you can go ahead and create profiles. So the way Netflix works is you can have, I think, up to 5 profiles. And, you know, if you have kids, they can have their own profile, and then that can have some of the parental control settings enabled. If you're sharing this with family and friends, everyone can have their own profile, or you can have profiles based on where you are. So there's like a home profile that everyone watches together, and then people can have individual profiles. So feel free. I'm just going to keep it as one profile for now. You can also choose the languages you want to watch the shows and movies in. So there are quite a few options in here. I'm going to stick to English just for the sake of this video, but feel free to go and check these off. They won't add any extra charges or anything extra to your Netflix account. It'll just give you different recommendations. And then this part is going to help Netflix give you personalized recommendations. So even if you don't like anything, it's going to force you to pick, 3 options. And you can just pick something based on whatever looks interesting. Even if you don't know any of these shows, it's totally fine. This is just for them to give you good recommendations. But if you are getting recommendations from friends or family, or if you know what you want to watch, then there's really no consequence to what you pick at the moment. So I'm just going to pick a variety of things. And there we go. I'm just going to go ahead and close that. And at this point, if you were following along to set up the account, Netflix will give you like a little tour. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So it's telling me I can look for TV shows and movies right here and check out anything that's new and popular. That's the search bar if I want to look for something specific. And that's it. It's just showing me where I can watch Netflix. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on done. So at this point, our account is all set up. I'm going to quickly log out and go through the login process again for what it would be like if you, let's say, already have an account, or if you come back to Netflix at a different point in time. So I'll show you how to log in, and then I'll give you a tour of how to use Netflix. Okay, so let's say you already have a Netflix account, you have a membership, and you just want to log into your account. We'll just go to Netflix. Easiest way is to search for Netflix on the web, and then click on netflix.com login. And here my login's already filled in, but you can just put in your information. If you want to remain signed into your account on a certain device, you can click on the Remember Me checkbox and then click on Sign In. Okay, so as you can see, the first thing I'll show you is how to browse shows and things on Netflix. So like we saw on the tour initially, you can click on TV shows. If you want to browse TV shows, it's going to give you some recommendations based on the choices you made in the beginning when you were creating an account. You'll notice that there's also the opportunity to select genres at this from this menu. So you can click on action, anime, and a bunch of different options right here. If you wanted to look at movies, it's quite similar. You just click on movies right here. And then again, you can select different genres. You might notice on the right-hand side, you can also select a different display if this is preferable to you. You can look at whatever is popular by going up here. You can also browse based on languages, or you can go back to home. And here it'll show you whatever's trending, what's on your list. So any of the shows that you liked in the beginning and you go on to like will show up in this list. Now the next thing to do is, what if you wanted to search for a specific show? So you can click on the search bar right here and look for a movie. Let's say I was looking for Godfather. So as you can see, they don't have Godfather, but they've given me a bunch of recommendations that are similar. You can also look for TV shows. I'm going to try and look for Seinfeld. And yeah, that's right there. So let's say you find the TV show or the movie that you want. You can click on this plus sign to add it to your list so it shows up on your home page. You can also click on this thumbs up button so that you can tell Netflix that you like this show and that they will give you similar recommendations. So with Netflix, the more you watch, the better recommendations it's going to give you. And if you wanted to start watching right now, you can just go ahead and click on this sort of play button to start watching. So I'm going to pause this here because I want to show you a few more things. So let's say you want to watch a different episode. So right now it's going to show you episode 1, but let's say I'm interested in episode 5. So you can click on this button. It'll always be at the bottom of your screen. That's going to allow you to navigate between episodes and seasons. So right now I clicked on this button and now I can scroll up and click on season 1 to go to season 2. You can always go back. So let's go back to season 1 and let's say episode 5. It's going to give you a little preview. Just click on the play button and it's going to open up that episode for you. The other thing to note is you can obviously change the volume from here. You can go forward 10 seconds. You can go back 10 seconds. If you click on this, it's going to take you to the next episode. And this is the most important, in my opinion, option, which is giving you subtitles. So if you ever are in a noisy space or you're eating too loudly and you can't hear exactly what's being said, subtitles are great, especially if you're if you have any hearing issues. So here I can select for English subtitles. This one will make the video full screen. And this little speedometer like icon will change the playback speed. Essentially, this is the video is playing at a normal rate right now, but you can make it go faster or slower. So if it's going too quickly for you and if you want to slow things down, you can click on the 0.75x speed, and it's going to play it a bit slower. I'm going to put it back to normal speed. But that's essentially it. So I'm just going to click on this back arrow to go back to the main sort of Netflix page. And I'm going to click on the home button at the top here. So yeah, Seinfeld is in the list of shows under my list. And if you start playing it, it's going to pick up right where we left off on episode 5. Now you know everything you need to know to get started with Netflix. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.